Hey friends, Aubrey here, Diamond Ambassador with Plexus, and I was doing some coaching this morning and I had something that I was chatting with my friend about and thought, you know what, this is something that I think everyone can benefit from hearing. And so I wanted to share with you about the tools you have in your toolbox to help you develop silvers. I think a lot of us get in our heads and think, oh, I can't develop a silver. It's hard to develop a silver. I've never developed a silver. But what I want you to understand is that it actually can be really simple when you find the right person that wants to be developed because you have the tools and you know how to use them, okay? So let's think about this. How do you create a silver? Well, you help somebody sign 3 people. And guess what? You all know how to do that. You know how to sign 3 people. So creating a silver is just teaching somebody else how to sign 3 people. And to do that, it's a little different when you're doing it through somebody else and you're having to teach somebody. A lot of us understand that we joke about that our moms didn't teach us how to do something, or as moms, we don't teach our kids how to do something because it's easier to just do it ourselves. And it is easier to do it ourselves. But if you can do it, you can teach somebody to do it. And that's where the secret in network marketing lies, is in duplication, is in being able to do something and then turn around and teach other people how to do it. So I want to identify a few tools that you have in your tool belt to help you develop silvers. Basically, you're still doing send, share, invite to help people develop silvers. You're reaching out, asking people if they're open to hearing about Plexus, and you're educating people about Plexus, and then you're following up with people that are interested. And that's all you're doing. So a couple of the things that you can do. You want to be helping your new people post. The purpose of posting is advertising. It's casting a wide net and seeing who you catch. Then you want to be helping your people message. Messaging is more of that direct, like specific fishing with a specific lure, trying to find people that are interested. It's not just the wide open advertising, it's specific and strategic. And then you want to be following up. So post, message, and follow up. Those are the things that we're doing. We're sending out the message, we're sharing, and we're inviting. And so when you're working with your silvers, you can have them post. And what I like to do when I have my silvers post is share their own story if they have it, share my story if they don't have their own story, and then share stories of people on our team that I can give them. I always like to make sure that they are posting about how they were feeling or how the person was feeling before and how they're feeling now and what has improved for them. Because what you're looking for is people that have problems that Plexus can help them with. And so you got to be posting about the problems. You got to be posting about how you felt or how you weren't feeling and catching those people who aren't feeling good that want to feel better. So you want to be speaking to that. You want to help your new people post. A first post is great, and then a follow-up post, share about some wins they've had, share about some things that are different. If they have more energy, if they have a better mood, if they have lost weight, if their clothes are fitting better, if they're feeling like they're being a better mom. Like, we're looking at what was life like before Plexus and what is life like now with Plexus. If they're just getting started, you can talk about what life is like now, what they're struggling with, and what they're hoping for, because that's going to connect with people. And so you want to help them post as much as possible about their personal results. And like I said, if they don't have their personal results, they can post your results, they can post your story or a story you give them. We want them to post stories, their own story, other people's stories. We don't want them to post a lot of facts because facts aren't going to get people interested in the beginning. They're not going to get people to stop the scroll by posting a bunch of facts, okay? And then number 2, we want a message. A lot of times what I hear is that people don't know who to message. They say, you talk about you need to message some people, and they're like, I don't have anybody to message. Nobody's interested. I don't know anybody that's interested. And that's actually completely normal. So reassure them that most people say that because most of us don't really know what struggles a lot of our friends are having because we just haven't had those conversations. I mean, we joke, but Nobody knew I was constipated. I wasn't posting on Facebook that I was constipated before Plexus. And so people didn't know that. So you've got to message people, and you've got to ask if they're open to learning about Plexus. And we have messages that we can give them. It's basically along the lines of, hey, I just got these new supplements. They've been helping me with this and this. I was wondering if you might be open to taking a look, watching a video to see if it might be something that could help you too. Super simple, not spammy, not salesy, but helping them find the people to message can be tough. So what I have people do is I have them look at their Facebook, if they have Facebook, and I help them look at their posts that they've made, not their Plexus posts. I mean, if they've made Plexus posts and have people interested, great, we'll message those people. That's follow-up. But look at their non-Plexus posts. Look at their pictures of their family. Look at some of the posts that have a lot of likes and engagement, and make a list of those people for the last couple of weeks. And then we can message those people and say, hey, I don't know if you saw my post, because remember we had them post. I don't know if you've seen my post, but I was struggling with feeling, tired and bloated all the time, and I found something that really helped me. Would you be open to hearing about it to see if it might help you too? So then we teach them to message those people, and that's a way to find some people to message. You can also look at who's viewing your stories, make a list of those people, and obviously anybody that responds to a post or likes or comments on a post, you can send them a message as well. And then step number 3 is to follow up. Most people are not going to buy on the first time, second time, third, fourth, fifth. I think sales says it's an average of 7 exposures before somebody's going to purchase. And so you have to teach them to follow up. New people aren't going to naturally just follow up because they're going to feel awkward and they're going to feel pushy. But it's actually a proven part of the sales model that you have to introduce people to the idea, and then you have to follow up with a series of follow-ups. And so it's totally normal to need to follow up, and you need to let your new people know that and teach them how to follow up. You can follow up with an invite to an event. We have messenger events on our team every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday night. You can follow up with an invite to a group page and do an ATM kind of thing, add tag message. You can add them to our testimony page and tag them in a post. Just say, hey, I saw this story that reminded me of you. Would it be okay if I tagged you in the post so that you can read it and see if you can relate? Super simple. So, you're going to follow up with them. And then finally, you're going to ask them if they're ready. A lot of new people are very scared to ask for the sale, but it's important to let them know that you need to ask for the sale. You need to say, hey, does this sound like something you want to try? Does it sound like a good fit for you? And see if they're ready. Hey, you ready to try it? What do you think? Do you need more info, or are you ready to try it? It's not going to make them not decide to buy it if you ask them if they're ready to try it. But if they're not ready, you're going to uncover their objection, and you're going to have to address that objection before they're going to be willing to purchase anyway. So it's never a bad idea to go for the close. Ask a closing question like, hey, do you think is this something you want to try? Do you have enough information now to decide if it's something you want to try? What do you think? I can help you order today. Are you ready to go for it? Anything like that. We can teach those skills. But it's important to remember that you do need to be helping your new people post. You need to be helping your new people message, and you need to be helping your people follow up. But beyond that, you're going to have to help them figure out what to post. You're going to have to help them figure out who to message, and you're going to have to help them with their follow-up. Basically, you need to think about it when you're working with new people as a step-by-step thing, and that you need to, each time you talk to them, be giving them one next step. And your job is to guide them through those steps. And there's no exact recipe that you have to follow with this. You can use those tools in your tool belt kind of as a revolving system. So you may not have them post every day. We may work on posting today, and then tomorrow we'll work on sending some messages. And then, when we have some people interested, we'll work on follow-up. But those are the basic things you're going to be doing all the time. And the key to developing silvers is not to be this amazing, awesome silver developer. It's not hard. You don't have these super hard skills you have to learn. The key to being a super silver developer is consistency and following up with your silver that you're working with and continuing to work with them and give them the next step. Because when it seems hard, you're going to be like, oh, I'm just going to go do it myself. I'm just going to go sign somebody up myself. This is so much easier to sign people myself than to try to get them to do the next step. But just like you have to follow up when you're making a sale, you have to follow up when you're helping people go silver. And you've got to stick with them and stay beside them and not let yourself get distracted and not let yourself give up on them when they don't do it as quickly as you think they should, because they're not bought in yet. Okay? So remember that you're doing follow-up with them just like you're teaching them to do follow-up with their prospects. Okay? Hope that helps. Let me know if you have any questions, and have a fantastic day.